What? There we go. My keyboard was not working, but now it is working. Yippee. Continuing the work from last week, where I started writing a piece for a town from a book that I'm reading from the D&D universe called Elminster, The Making of a Mage from 1994. It's the first book in the series, written by Ed Greenwood, who created the Forgotten Realms. It's just in the universe where Faerun exists, which is the universe that Baldur's Gate is set in, for those who have played that. So what I'm going to try and do today is try to give a little bit more definition to this piece. I think maybe I'm going to go a little easier on the reverb, actually. And I'm also going to change the mic positions. I want to get a bit more of a closer sound. See if I can get like even more. If I can increase the high end on this, then maybe that would help. That sounds pretty good. I don't think I can get it any more textury sounding than that. I'll probably double it with the flutes that I have there already, just for some added depth. Maybe I went a bit ham actually on the dynamics there. Played that wrong. Just pick up from there. Maybe I should go do it like that, actually. I feel like that has like a little bit more character, perhaps. I mean, it's a very small thing, but It's all about the little things. I think I need a metronome here, actually. So this fader here controls the expression, which is something that you want to do when you want to completely fade something out properly, because the modulation here doesn't do that. I'm going to try and fix the timing between these two now. It's actually fine that there's a little bit of irregularity between them. Yeah, it's like a kind of a natural kind of feel. Although this part might be a little bit too... That sounds pretty good. Just think I'm gonna like control the dynamics a bit here. Just gonna check my Twitch if it's like actually live. I'm just checking my audio now on Twitch. Make sure it's not like sounding. It sounded. I think I had the gain up a little bit too much. That's better. Get the mic right up in my face. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on for this section now. Oh. Right. This one disappeared. Gotta turn the expression back up here. Oh yeah, I remember this. So last time, this is kind of where I left off. And I wanted to kind of make another section that would then transition into this, because didn't feel quite right to go straight into that kind of like emotional bit right from suddenly, because this part is just gonna started, so it gets like way too kind of different very suddenly. Okay, here's like a sort of typical moment where you could introduce like a motif. And then the question is, what is the motif, I guess? This is like, the idea of this story is like there's these mage lords who are like evil. So I guess this could be the theme of the mage lords. And then the theme in me could be like Hastarl theme. So if I just reintroduce that little motif later on here. Okay, so it should come right on the bar here, I think. Let me just fade it out a little bit faster. Same here with the tuba. So then it's like, maybe I want something small, because then it goes down a little bit in dynamics. Because he's like, in the story, Elminster is like a thief in the city, so I suppose. This sounds quite thief-like. If I do that, and it's a little bit more kind of like a bit more kind of sad or sentimental, I guess, or melancholic, like kind of the squalor of the thief lifestyle. But if I do this, it's a bit more like wicked. If I did that, it's maybe that's the most random of them. Maybe that's too emotional again. Maybe I could like afford to do a try, like a try. What's it called again? Freaking try triad. It's like I've forgotten so many of the musical terms, even like the most basic stuff, because I just don't use it anymore. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should go back to one of those. Doesn't feel quite so natural. I'll try not to get too hung up on it though. Maybe I'll just go with that actually. Feels kind of more safe. Just gotta be triplets. I wonder if I have like ads on my channel or something, because usually I get more viewers than one. I think I'm very happy to have one viewer, but it's just a little suspicious. I tried to change my content settings to turn them off, but I think once I turn it on, I can't like turn it off or something. If you got any ads when you came in here, please let me know. I'll try and see if I can adjust it. What's it called? Monetization ads. Not scheduled. I don't know. Ever since I tried to turn it on, I've gotten very few viewers. So I think I made a mistake testing that out. But I'll just have to figure it out how to turn it off completely. Kind of hearing like a continuation melody in my mind. I've struggled to get this clarinet to work well. I'm gonna try a different one. Kinda whimsical. I can try to like 3 times here. I need to fill out this previous section, but I'm just kind of moving on to get the sketches down. Hey. How you doing? I was checking if the chat was showing up on screen. I didn't see if it did, but it probably did. Because there was someone who said last time that I can't do like multi. That's the same chord as this. No, it's not. It's not the same chord, sorry. It's the same chord as the one before. But I guess modulating this way would be a bit weird, I guess. Nah, I'll just keep the section going a bit longer. I mean, I only extended it for like 5 bars. Something. So I'm gonna flesh this out a bit more now. I'm gonna add the oh. So this is now legato. I need to turn legato off. Is that a key switch? I think these strings actually kind of fade out a bit too quickly here. There we go. I'll just make another layer that isn't legato here. I sometimes try to do this with key switches, but I don't want to lie, because to save RAM. Because like one of these layers takes up like half a gig of RAM. So I wonder if I can get it to like release a bit shorter. Maybe if I use the Marcato one actually. That's a bit too fast. There's quite a lot of reverb on this. Oh, I think it's the... That's why I had so much reverb. Okay. Maybe I should have 30 there. And just like 20 here. Steam redeemed a Pikachu on-screen celebration. That's cool. I've never had anyone do that. Cheer to take number 2. What? Cool. I'm really not very well versed in the Twitch ecosystem, but unlock fun and interactive benefits. Awesome. Benefits that I didn't even know existed. That's cool though. Keep celebrating. But only quietly. You also have to hear the music. It's mandatory when you come in here. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna keep going with these flutes. Maybe it's actually better to do the legato, and I kind of like trying to do some nice lines like that. That could be cool. Kind of like do a cool kind of minor parallel chromatic thing going on. Yeah, these have to be in triplets. Maybe like that. Maybe I'll have the clarinet play under that actually. No. Maybe it's just a bit too loud, I guess. Put a different reverb in here. Use the alt-reverb for what it's worth, which is all the money. This top line needs to be a bit louder. I wonder if there's any like percussion I could add, but I kind of want to keep it like quite orchestral in nature, I suppose. I feel here I can add like a cool harp thing. This is just like two minor chords placed next to each other. And I have like, yeah, I did have a bell tree here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's the end of this section. Oh, yeah, okay, so I've already kind of used that sound. I guess I can use it different chimes. It's the bell tree. Now, how many chimes can we use? Is the question. How many different chimes can we chime in here? Oh, interesting. Interesting, okay. I haven't used this one in ages. I don't know why, but this dulcimer sounds. Sounds a bit. Maybe I should use different dulcimer here. No reverb. Probably just keep it like this, like a bit kind of human performance sounding. Because here we gotta paint the. interesting. Is that really the sound? Oh, cool. Yeah, this is where he comes in. I guess I'm kind of stuck in this section now, but well, these are the two flavors, I guess, of the music. The kind of epic, magical town and the sneaky, thiefy town. Guess we'll do another round of this kind of thing. Quite a lot of, I guess there's like some kind of Mercado patch here. That's why it's so kind of responsive. Maybe I'll load in another layer. Ooh, I'm a little sleepy today. Ooh, that sounds not so good. Oh, it's because it's not legato, that's why. Should be part of this. For sure. I guess I could kind of use some recorders to make it a bit more ye olde town. Because I feel like I've kind of already used all the woodwinds. But I haven't used any ye olde recorders. Oh, yeah. Recorder fat. No. Soprano recorder. It's got to be tenor recorders. Too much reverb on. Oh, hey, Maple. Nice of you to show up. It's been very quiet in here tonight, so I'm glad you came along to lighten the room. Did you see any ads when you joined the stream or something? Like usually I get a couple more people joining in, but I guess if there's ads, maybe people just like don't join. I thought I turned it off last time, but I don't know. Maybe I failed, and it's like permanent, you know. Just finished accounting. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I'm continuing this little sneaky kind of piece. There was a short ad. That's annoying. I think that's why I'm getting so few viewers, because people are like, "What ad?" And then they want to like, they don't want to even, you know, wait, because you know, it's annoying, and I get that, and it doesn't really serve me, maybe, to have ads. I think I just tried it because I was like, oh, maybe I'll try and put it on like a little bit, but then I went from like having, you know, 10, 20, or maybe even 50 people coming into the thing to like, you know, maybe 10 people in one night because of the ads. So, but I even turned off like pre-roll. Yeah, that makes sense. But even with that, I've had a lot more people previously. So I think it is the ads. Is it possible to turn it off midstream? So I went into the kind of studio area, and I was like, I can't find anywhere where I turn it off. Like I turned it on. It's like it's got the monetization field, And like an affiliate thing. Ads. There's no button to like disable it, and that is really disconcerting. It says pre-roll ads. I disabled it. Disable pre-roll ads when I run ads. But then it's pre-rolling them because I'm not running ads. Oh my god. What have I done? Turn off ads. Twitch. How do I disable ads? You can't. Oh. In the future, read what you sign. Really? Is that... Okay, everything was explained to you before you agreed to become an affiliate. You should already know the answer to your question. Don't blindly sign contracts. Right. Great. So I'm just locked in. You can't disable them. The absolute bare minimum of ads you can have for your stream is a singular 30 seconds pre-roll ad for people who enter your stream. Okay, so you can turn it down to the absolute minimum, which is the 30-second ad when you join, and then like... That's crazy. That's so crazy. I know, right? And I can't even unaffiliate myself now that I've signed the affiliate agreement. Wow. Yeah. I guess I should have thought of that. I didn't think about it when I did it. I just I don't think I considered for a second that it was something that I couldn't turn off, like, ever. Which surprises me. Maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. It's like, why? Obviously they want ads, and they don't ever want you to stop if you signed it. So the only way is to like delete my channel. I randomly brought a pack of the new League of Legends TCG, and I pulled a $130 card. Damn. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. So you're gonna sell it? Or you're gonna save it until it's like more valuable or something? Ah, it's like hanging. $320 doesn't hurt. Yeah. It makes sense. Maybe you can like try and like push the value a little bit on eBay or something. I guess there will be other people who sell the same card, but maybe there's like a market value. Is it like always the same, or? And then you can buy, you know, how much does it cost per pack? Like $5 or something? You could buy another 20 packs and then get nothing, and then you just lose all the money. Sound gambling advice. Yeah. The power of horn triads, jeez. Blowing it all on you, board game sentiment. This hobby is eating me alive. Board game hobby? What kind of board games? Can you just not get enough of board games? The hell? Some of my notes disappeared. You see that? The program just cut me off. Rude. Yes. Literally everything from abstract strategy. Well, that's a mouthful. Abstract strategy. Let's try saying that 10 times. To massive campaigns. It doesn't help that my girlfriend is equally obsessed. We play at least one game every night. Wow. Awesome. So one different game every night, or one game of like a long standing board game? I guess the thing I like about board games is that it's like, it's physical and you're in the space and you're with the other person and you're interacting with the other person in real life. Guys, there's a way to socialize where you can be with another person, and the graphics are amazing. you can literally see them in real time right there. It's called friends. Or in your case, a girlfriend. I've tried playing board games with my wife. And it was fun. I think we got Ticket to Ride and we played it once and never again. Which is, I think, it's because it's like it's a big game, and there is a kind of a big commitment to play. And then you're like two people, and then you don't want to like ruin the game for each other, but it's a competitive game. So you just let each other win, or we're like, whatever. It's like, okay, you won. I'm not gonna like ruin any of your train lines or anything, like, because that would be so mean. So there's no point to the game, because if we did like wreck each other's game, we just get like upset with each other. So. Depends on how we feel. A current campaign is Sleeping Gods. I totally agree. Social aspect is such a nice change from phone scrolling and watching TV. It's kind of like I guess you kind of notice the social aspect a lot more when like all of your socializing has been online for months, and then suddenly you have like one nice exchange with someone in real life, and you're like, huh, this is nice. But it doesn't like, it requires like more patience. You don't get that like instant gratification, I guess, and it's you kind of need to like rewire your brain, I guess, for like real socializing. We've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, which is like, it's not the same as a board game. I agree that a board game is better, but yeah, I need to find something that's like, what can we play 2-player that's like really like long term. Is there a cooperative 2-player board game? Maybe you have a recommendation for that. I'd recommend Patchwork as a nicer quick game. We usually play that if we don't feel like committing to a big game. Patchwork. I never played that. Patchwork. Oh, cool. It's like you make a carpet or something? That's interesting. Wait, so it's like you make your way to the middle? That's what it looks like. How does this work? Do you like build your own map or something? Oh, each player is attempting to piece together a quilt using oddly shaped Tetris-like tiles. Interesting. Players use buttons to purchase new tiles to add to their quilt, but they must be picky in which tiles to select, as buttons also count as victory points at the end of the game. That's pretty cool. I'll try to remember that. Keep an eye out for it. I do have a game shop in town where I just bought like a new D&D book. Actually, I just got this Vecna, Eye of Ruin. Very cool. It's even got a huge map inside. I have to like rip it out though. I haven't done that yet. Looks really cool though. There's a map here. It's like a big one. Very nice. There's like secrets. I really wanted to play this, but I'm actually preparing for a Curse of Strahd at the moment, so I gotta like do one campaign at a time. And considering they each take like a year to complete, it's like I love that's my favorite board game. I tried to play it with my wife, but she's Japanese, so it's kind of hard for me to like translate everything to Japanese. D&D in Japan. We have been playing Baldur's Gate 3 in Japanese actually, which is friggin' hard. So I've learned all the different like skills in Japanese. So it's like strength, dexterity, constitution, and stuff. All of that has a Japanese word. It's like strength is like kinryoku, and dexterity is shumbin-ryoku, and constitution is taisei-ryoku, and then you got intelligence, that's chiryoku, and then there's wisdom is handan-ryoku, and then charisma is miryoku. And then there's like a bunch of terms you gotta like learn at the same time, like the modifier and stuff, you know. But actually, from playing Baldur's Gate 3, I've kind of picked up most of them, so I think I might be able to run a game in Japanese now. I mean, it would be useful to know a bit more words, but you know. You gotta like add rhythm to the music through like other means than percussion, which is and I gotta play it right as well, which is hard. It's quite harsh. I need to fix this. I made so many mistakes. Co-op 2-player board games are 3 recommendations: Pandemic, Arkham Horror card game, Spirit Island. Take a little bit to learn, but all excellent games. Nice. I think when I go to Japan, we'll probably buy some in Japanese, because if the rules are like complicated or anything and it's not in Japanese, then my wife just can't handle it. And I mean, I like learning new Japanese words that are complicated. So I don't mind kind of the struggle. Do like a cool line like that. Jesus Christ. Because I think this next section that I kind of started writing last time starts in the right key for this transition. So we'll see. Yeah, that works. That's perfect, actually. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes me happy. I've somehow ended up in the right place. That's my favorite kind of thing to happen. I didn't have to think about it. It just happened. I got lucky. Sounding great. Thank you. It'll sound a little better once it's like been mastered and stuff, because I do find that these when I write these types of tracks that are very like kind of orchestral and has lots of detail and stuff, they are very low volume a lot of the time, but then I kind of turn it up and stuff when I master it, so that it kind of, it's very like audible. I think it's because there's like a kind of like a wide dynamic range, I guess, with these kinds of tracks. Very cool. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, so I did go a little bit too ham on the dynamics here, so I gotta try and like flatten it out. I can like pull everything up a bit. No, it doesn't work so well. I could do this, and then I could do that. Interesting, okay. If I were to play it again, though... I think I could perform this better. I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, right. Need to have the breath max. I do need the metronome as well. Maximum emotion here. What the hell? That's weird. I missed. Right. Yeah. When you miss notes, just keep going, because it's better to get the expression through. Yeah, because it's just like switching one note. Can I make this more continuous? It was probably a bit slow here. Nice. I need a little bit more reverb here. Oh, there's a continuation. I didn't realize. Have you got the plans, General? That's like the kind of vibe that this thing is expression. Very nice. It's like straight into like Indiana Jones territory. Ugh. Gestapo enters the room. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple of sections here that I need to fill out. I've started writing a little differently than I used to, because I used to perfect every section before moving on, but I don't do that anymore. I know that I'll come back to it and make it good. I definitely get a space opera vibe from this. It's a certain space opera that has influenced me quite a lot. Not gonna lie. I mean, this is very John Williams. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing. It's like my biggest influence, really. Right, so this strings have now disappeared. Okay, need to turn up this thing. I think I'm gonna add harp. Oh wait, this one, yeah. It's one I used in the beginning. When I'm finished with this piece, I'm gonna send it to Ed Greenwood. I really hope I get a response. That'll be cool. I don't think he's like a, you know, he's a huge celebrity in the D&D space, but then there's, I guess, how big is the fan community in that space is, I guess, is the other question. So I'd wager he doesn't get like thousands of fan mails a day. So if I send him a piece of music, there is a chance that he would see it. I think. Yeah. Board game developing is a space opera. Hey, back to the realms. Yes. Yeah, we're aiming for that. That Ed Greenwood. What should I say? Mention. Get him. I gotta get him to mention me on Twitter. That's the goal. It's called shout out to OG RPG Music for making music for my, you know, if he likes it, that's obviously the most important. I'll try and tell him that, you know, it's based on the book, and it's like this is like this, and this is like the theme for these guys, and you know, I don't know how many themes that he's had written for him, so. I guess next I gotta write like a theme for Elminster or something, but suppose that should have been in this theme and in this piece, because Elminster is in it. But yeah, I sent the Mithril Hall track to R.S. Helvitar, yeah, and I got a response. He said it was nice. It wasn't a big response, but it was a response. I guess I could have sent it to him on, like, well, he probably doesn't use Twitter, but I know that Ed Greenwood uses YouTube, at least. So I could say, here is the music as a gift. You should use it in your next video. That'd be cool. That'd be like a, you know, small way to get exposure, and it would also be fun to be like to get that connection, I guess. Considering this is like a D&D centric music channel, you know, it'd be like a cool kind of badge of pride to have those little sort of interactions with kind of prolific D&D agents, so to say. It'd be a nice feather in the cap to get a shout out from Ed. Yeah, exactly. A feather in the fedora, because all extreme nerds wear fedoras. So once, if he does that, I'll try and get a fedora for the stream, and I'll put a feather in it. And I'll grow my beard out, and I'll only shave it so that it's on my neck, and then I can be like, huzzah! I've reached my final form. My dad actually wears fedoras. They're like cowboy hats, or like, well, it's more like Indiana Jones hats, maybe. I always thought he reminded me of Indiana Jones when I was a kid. But he just goes hunting with a rifle, not a pistol. You can't, strictly speaking, hunt with a pistol in Norway. I think it's animal cruelty, right? Because you can't really, like, finish the job with a pistol. Why have to be sneaks? Yeah, exactly. I need a pointed wizard hat. That's true, actually. That'd probably be better, actually. So what's this board game you're developing, Maple? Guess I should kind of stick with the viola. So I'm dropping the dynamics a bit too harshly here. Essentially, it's a smaller scale Twilight Imperium. Well, I don't know Twilight Imperium, unfortunately. Where you're competing for business in space, conquering planets, and of course engaging in epic space battles. It's my largest project thus far. Awesome. There's one game that I really like called Escape Velocity, which is like it's like a game about, I'm not sure if so much about conquering planets, but it's like you do go to planets. You can conquer them and get them to like pay tribute to you. But you have a small ship, and then you start like doing courier missions, and then you kind of build up to money to get a better ship, and then you do courier missions. No, sorry, escort missions, and then you get a better ship, and you start doing like kill missions, and there's like lots of story missions, but then you like hyper jump between planets, and it's in 2D and stuff. Someone made another game like that actually called I guess what you're thinking, what you're doing is almost that, but in board game form. I mean, obviously, there's no way for either of us to verify how close these things are, but there's a game that I keep trying to find this game. I don't know. Star something? No, maybe not. What was it? I played it a lot for a very short amount of time. And then I just never played it again. I got too many apps on my computer. Stellaris. Oh yeah, Stellaris. Oh, is that similar to your idea? I have Stellaris. I just didn't actually play it yet. I've heard it's really good though. I should probably play it. Considering I have it. Oh yeah, the one that I got is called Endless Sky. I think I can't. Maybe it's free. I'm not. I think maybe it was free. I don't know. Yeah. Endless Sky. Oh yeah, it's free. It's like an open source thing on Twitch. It's no, sorry, not Twitch, but IO, whatever, itch.io or something. I'll post it. I'll post a link to it actually, if you guys want to try it. Yeah, pretty cool. It's based on Escape Velocity because Escape Velocity lost all support, or it's a dead game made by a dead company. Basically, it doesn't exist anymore. But it was awesome. It was so good. I loved it. I played it a lot. And these guys have tried to create the same. Ooh, Stellaris. Every major DLC came with a lot of reworks. Ooh, that's cool. So you've both played Stellaris. Well, now I really feel left out. Now I really have to play Stellaris. Erg. So it's definitely worth getting into then, I guess. I do like these kind of like far kind of view space management games, but I think what I liked about Escape Velocity or Endless Sky is that you have one ship that you fly around and you shoot and you go to planets, and there's like text-based story, and you know, it's pretty cool. I was gonna record this on Octobop. A great game, but keeping up with it got kind of exhausting. Okay, so what is it that like you have to keep up with? Particularly, is it not like you just progress and you save and you turn it off? Do you have to like log in every day or something? Is it like a live sort of thing, or what's the deal? Second upgrade assault. It just takes a while to get back into this swing of things. Because is it like a lot of management of like resources, and if you kind of forget what you were doing, then you kind of screw it or something? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Gotta fix this. I actually had a photo shoot today with my brother. He's a photographer, and we took some cool studio pics. If you go on my Twitter on Twitter, you can see my new profile pic. This looks pretty snazzy, I think. It's kind of looks a bit more professional, maybe, you know? So. Because I'm gonna make a new website where I'm gonna kind of have all my stuff, and it's gonna be better, more updated, I hope. So yeah. AskYourGarvin.com. I'll probably have a section for OGRPG music there. And then I'll have like a section for Hightail. I kind of wanted to have like an animated thing for Hightail, like when you click on it, it's like opens like a port, like that or something, with like the Hightail, you know, super animated and like flashy effects. But I know that people get annoyed with that with websites. It's kind of like just take me to the freaking thing, you know. So I don't know. Wait, I have the follower thing on 2 different places. What now? Latest follower. Oh wait, no. Oh, I got 2 alert boxes. Great. Of course I do. Okay, well this one can get removed. Okay, cool. Just so the profile pic looks great. Hello, Michael McChill. This is where we call each other by our full names, obviously. Oh, hello, Crowwing. 2 people just sneaking into the stream, huh? That's cool. It's like just 10 minutes before I was planning to stop. But maybe I'll hang out a bit more. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna do maybe I'll not do the like a build up here. Hello. Get to see some activity in my. It's been very quiet. Oh, it sounds good. Thank you. I'll play it from the beginning for you, since you've been so nice to join me. Thank you. Well, it's very difficult actually to make it all cohesive. Yeah, it's hard, but you have to be like really careful about what you do next. I guess I I spend a lot of time kind of like really evaluating if the next thing is actually going to sound good, like going that in that way. So it's like I worked on this piece for maybe 4 hours or something, and that's just like 2 minutes or whatever it is. Um, so it goes kind of slowly to, you know, get to like it's kind of like this knitting or whatever. My wife. Oh, it's you and the wife. Nice. I thought he may have used an actual orchestra. That's cool. Yeah. No, it's I can show you. Like it's I have these sound things. 4 hours and 2 minutes is slow. uh well, I don't know. It's not slow, necessarily. I mean I could probably write something else that's faster and or I could probably write more music in that time, but if I write very intricate music like this, then I guess that's like a reasonable time for this kind of music. Um, slow. Okay, well, thank you. Um, yeah, so the army of musicians. That's this. Um, you see, I've got all these instruments, all these layers, and they're like these sophisticated instruments, and then you just they kind of sound. They already sound good. So, and then you use like a nice reverb like this, altiverb, which is for like simulating being in a real space like Teldex, which is like a super awesome studio. Uh, Story with the rise and fall of chords. Yeah, that's the plan. This piece I was trying to kind of emulate uh, kind of the story of Elminster in the book called Elminster. It's called Elminster, Making of Mage, and there's the town where he kind of grows up in as a thief when he's like 16 or something. It's called Hastarl, and it's in 2028 DR, which is like the sort of Dungeons and Dragons kind of time scale or whatever. Baldur's Gate 3, for comparison, is 1200 years after that, so it's like. Bruno Simon told me you're fast making music, but that's ridiculous. I'm actually. I've tried to push myself to write faster and faster. I kind of call it like speed composing, which for better or for worse, I've tried to kind of push myself to write faster and faster because I have to, when especially when I was working to a super fast turnaround. When I was working on ads in London, it would be like they'd call me at 8 in the evening, and I would be like, I've already had a bottle of wine with my girlfriend, and it's like, we need this piece of music for Volvo by tomorrow morning, and I'm like, oh, great, I'm half drunk, and now you want me to write this like freaking huge thing, and I hadn't really written something kind of like that before. So I got my cousin who I lived with from the other room, and he came into my studio, which was my bedroom, and he like showed me some like kick drums and some stuff that I could use. So I threw that in, and I just put some piano down, and then I sang. I was like singing like yeah, so I had a reference, and it was like they kind of wanted some singing kind of like that, and I sent it. Like I did that in 4 hours, and that was actually like 1.5 minutes of music back then, and I was singing on it, and then I sent it off, and then I wake up in the next morning at 8 a.m. after going to bed at like around 12 or 1 or whatever it was, and then I had the recordings from the singer, because they had sent my piece to the studio, or sent my piece to the session vocalist, and she had already sung the stuff, right? And I was like, damn. And then I threw all the recordings that she'd done into the DAW, into my project. I was like, oh my god, it sounds awesome. Because when you get a live professional to actually play on your piece, then now it's elevated by like 10 times suddenly. And so this link, I don't know, can you even click links that I send you? Is that something you can do? This piece I did for Volvo, and they were like, they shipped it after I sent it back to them. It was like 10 a.m. or whatever after I mixed it in, and they were like, yeah, thanks, oh, sounds great. And then it's like straight to TV. It's like that day they like just broadcast it. Basically, it's like, oh, it's going out, it's going on TV. And I went like, people went crazy for this piece, and it's got like almost 1 million views on the Volvo page, right? So they were like, oh, awesome, we wanna. I think it's like the most viewed. I mean, maybe not the most viewed, but it's got a lot of views in that kind of space. And a lot of people say good things about the music. So they were like, we want to have like a. You saw it? You saw it years ago? Nice, that's cool. It was nominated for an award, I think. But I had to like share it with the studio boss, because I was technically hired by a music studio, and they kind of got the credit halfly. But then they were like, we want to make a song out of this, so they got me to write a song, like extend the song. So they created they got in touch with like a Swedish singer. They wanted like this Swedish singer who wrote lyrics, and they wanted her to write about like Sweden and home and the woods, and like sort of this organic kind of thing for Volvo to like link their cars to, you know, home and like authenticity and, you know, all these things. So she then takes my extended thing, and she kind of produces it with her team, and she goes to Peter Gabriel's studio in Bath in the UK, and she records this music, and it ended up being like her biggest track, you know. And they put that on TV, and they put they also used it in Australia, I think. So yeah, it was like a huge ad for me, this Volvo ad, and I got money for it for like years and years after. It doesn't generate me any more money, but it used to be like, oh, you got $300 every couple of months, and like towards the end, I got a bit more in the beginning, but yeah, it was cool to be a part of that. Blessing millions with your music. Thank you. I asked her actually if she wanted to do more tracks with me, but she said no. Or she didn't say anything. She just ignored me. She should have said yes, but maybe one day. I want to do more tracks with the artists for sure. More collabos. Her loss. You'll make tracks with me. Step in. Yeah. Do you have the voice of an angel? That's what we need. Yeah. Michael about to cook. You do? Oh, sick. Well, tell me your Discord, and you can send me your reel, or you can send me your reel here. I don't know. Have you ever written a song before? I mean, you can do a lot, even if you haven't like done had a professional sort of singing career. If you're good at singing, then you can still go far if you collaborate with the right person. I might be biased. Yeah. Yeah, it's I feel like being a successful artist, it's being good at singing is like one thing. That's important to have, but there's so many factors that play in whether you're like gonna be successful, and a lot of it is just luck. You know, some people aren't even good singers, and they get like big. I guess it's like they just keep doing it. It's the consistency. It's kind of like getting ripped at the gym. You have to just be consistent, and you'll probably succeed. I try to sing and make music. I mainly sing and write lyrics, but that's about it. Yeah. You put some SoundCloud. What's your SoundCloud? I'll check it out. I like listening to people's music. I listened to some guy's album who sent it to me on the LinkedIn today. That was cool. It was actually really good. I was like, damn. And he just gave it to me for free on a Bandcamp, which was nice. Nice of him. I probably should have paid him a little bit. I mean, it's like rude to take people's stuff for free. Send it to you later on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, you might. I've stopped adding you people, or I've kind of closed my DMs because I got so many questions about like Hightail kind of purchase things. Like they're kind of treating me as customer service for for Hightail. So I was like, maybe I need to like close the shop a little bit. I might open up the friend requests again, actually, because things have kind of calmed down a little bit now, you know. So, because I don't like to be like, you know, shut the door and just, you know, not allow anyone to send me messages or anything, because I like getting messages from people. I know we're in that one chat together. Oh yeah, that one chat sounds suspicious. I service people's ears with notes. Oh, that one. Of course. Now I made the connection. Yeah, that was now I see. Okay. Amazing. I made the connection now. Now I know who you are. And then we talked already for an hour. And yeah. How did that turn out? I mean, maybe we shouldn't be talking about it. Yeah. I'll just keep writing music. Okay, something weird happening here. Turn that down a bit. Looks good. Sounds good. Yeah, you know, my putting my mic closer to my mouth, I think that was the secret sauce. You know, that's what helped my quality a little bit. Or you're talking about the music. Well, thank you for that too. But if you're talking about my mic quality, I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking what can I do to like beef this section up? I'm thinking I'm gonna maybe do flute. It sounds a bit more kind of, I don't know, regal, I guess, if I put the flute on. Secret sauce never fails. I'll never tire of speaking straight into a microphone with a dark voice. Yeah, so that's the... I'm Batman. Did that work? Could I be the next Batman? Good, Anakin. Good. Do it. Oh, for music, I'd say probably John Williams. At least for this music in particular, is very John Williams kind of John Williams forward. Isn't that what they say? They use the word forward. It just makes you sound really smart. It's John Williams forward. And then there's like Nobuo Uematsu. You say it's the most John Williams part of the song plays. Yes, exactly. I actually thought that too. The little listen. Yeah, it's like just what you hear in like freaking Star Wars. John Williams. Yeah. This part is like super that. Just like you just sort of zooming down from the, you know, you've seen the little credits roll and now you're zooming down to the planet, you know. Jay Willie does this little, he likes his little flute things. Put a beat on it, a little bit Jay Willie. Yeah, I would do that, but I would also probably get like sidetracked into putting a beat on it, just ruin everything. Maybe I can just, yeah, just leave this section. It's probably fine. I think this part needs a little more beef. I was gonna add some harp. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, House of Castle is my favorite score, I think, maybe. I mean, I guess my kind of decor speaks for itself. I've got the House Moving Castle candle with Lucifer. I've got the House Moving Castle Lucifer tea coaster. I've got the House Moving Castle candy box with Lucifer candies inside. My 4-year-old has eaten most of them already, but see, there's little Lucifers on the candy. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, the score for House Moving Castle is awesome. Do I have any more House Moving Castle stuff? I don't think so. I think that's like my little section over here. I do have a floating dice, but it's a bit hard to show you on the camera. I guess it's like my camera's kind of like stuck a little bit behind the screen here. Oh yeah, no, that's way too small. But you'll just have to believe me. I've got a floating D20. I've also got a cool. I've been to Japan, as you might be able to tell. Just only a couple of times, only like 10 times plus. I've got this. It's a, you know, you can see what that is. It's a star. It's a lamp, so I can turn it on and off. Will you believe it? I've also got. Oh, this is one of my coolest things. Oh, holy shit! I fell down. 2 seconds. That's there we go. This looks like your average sake can, but lo and behold, it is not. It doubles into a kalimba. I just thought it was so cool. There's like a guy who was making these in Kyoto, And I was just like, I have to have that, just a couple of those. I place like a Okinawan scale, which is like a, yeah, one of the Japan scales of music that kind of gives you the Okinawa vibes. I got another one also from the same guy that was like, my spirit just went away. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's very, very observant of you, because they actually do use the Okinawa scale in Spirited Away. Yeah, cause there's like a piece in Spirited Away that uses this scale. Yeah, so that's the Okinawa scale. It's like gives people the feeling of being on the beach. Yeah, well, now you know. The more you know. I've also got there's this I got this figurine of it's the Dungeon Master from the or at least my friend kind of made the Dungeon Master model. He tried to kind of create it. Oh, it's so hard to show this on the camera. I need to actually look at it myself. Yeah, it's from the D&D series, because I think there was like a TV series. Oh, and this one, I love this little item. This is like a Divoom screen. It's got like pixels. Living your dream, near future. You know, I used to see like people who had all these cool stuff in their studio or rooms. I was like, I gotta be like that. So I just started collecting. So this one, it's from a brand called Divoom. It's really, really cool. It's a little computer. Yeah, exactly. It's got little buttons on it. Now it's ASMR here on this channel. And it's got a little tick, 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 tick. You can click on it. It's got a little joystick on it. You see here? A little joystick you can like click on. Very satisfying. And you can like click switch. You can like switch the screens, clicking on the buttons. And then you go into the app and you can find people who've made like these GIFs, and they will and you can like make a collection of like 10 of them, you know, and they'll yeah. Maybe I should have like a talking screen that's like actually the whole screen for when I'm showing these things, instead of just me in the corner like that. Just chatting. It'd be like one of the just chatting streams. I mean, it's pretty chill to chat as well. The ASMR and amazing music. Nice. My poor roommate has to deal with my nerdy clutter as it spills into the living room. Wow. You can, oh yeah, I can make scenes and just swap between them. That's true. I did kind of know that. I'm gonna see if I. Oh no. Do I have like a? No. I don't actually have a scene that's just the camera. Maybe I'll just make one. Just my face. And then audio input. And then I'm a message away. Oh, I see. Exactly. You could probably you know, help me with my streaming. Probably, yeah. There we go. I'm setting it up. if you ever need it. So we'll put my mic like a bit more here. Yeah. Okay. Transition. Now I don't have a cool border though. No cool borders. Cool borders. That was a. Did you guys ever play that? Cool game. Yeah. I got an epic transition thing. Overexposed face. I got a floodlight. Maybe I should get a ring light. Is that is that what you need? Just to look real hot. This is where the fun begins. Yeah, now I can actually see some more of my stuff. I went to the Global Riot Conference. This is a health potion. It's alcoholic, but I will never drink it, obviously, because it's probably gone rancid, because it was like so many years ago. I had to dust it off a little bit. But they gave these out for free, because it was like, you know, it was a party that was like part of the. They'd rented this like entire hangar. I don't know how to pronounce that. And it was like so many sets of like League of Legends and Valorant and like different things from the, you know, sort of universe, you know, Riot universe. And it was like, it was 4 hours, and Zed, like this EDM artist, played live. There was like a bullet time camera spot where you could like take pictures around, and you'd be like, you know, you could like move when it's like slow motion, like around you. It was like really cool with like air, yeah. And then there was like 6 or to 8 different like food stalls from like, you know, it's like Indian, Korean, pizza, you know, burger, whatever you wanted. And there was these people, yeah, Zed, and there was these people walking around with like beer tanks on their backs and just like spewing it into your cup when they walked by. But like, yeah, top me up, and it was, you know, it was so epic. It was like the epicest thing I've ever experienced as like a party. It was only 4 hours, which was like, I wish it could go on for longer, but I mean, if you think about it, people would probably just get way too wasted and trash the place. So it's probably best that people had to go home by then. But it was like everything was free. You just go. You don't have to pay anything. Imagine like a party. You go there and all the alcohol is free, all the food is free, everything is free, and you just like go and hang out and have a great freaking time. And it was like insane. It was like American like abundance on crack, I guess. Like a Norwegian person coming from like a sort of modest society. It's like it's like, damn, this is like over the top. I loved it, obviously, but that was like the ending party. And I remember the what was his name again? Mark. Right, founder, Mark Merrill, the founder. He came up to me, and when I was like at my drunkest, and he was like, so how are you liking it, or something like that? Like, are you having a good time? And I was like, yeah, man, this is great. And he was like, welcome to freaking Awesomeville, and he's like high-fived me. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, exactly. That's just what I said. That would have been great. Yeah, it's just so funny. It's just a funny moment. Welcome to freaking Awesomeville. It's like, yeah, good line. And we had it. There was another party at the beginning of the week as well, where we went to this like, yeah. You need that on a shirt. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to put that on a shirt that I think of it. Welcome to freaking Awesomeville. It just sounds like the most like cheesy shirt you can have, I guess. People are like, that's you. That's what you consider yourself. But I yeah, the beginning of the week, there was another party that was like equally insane. There was like, because it was all in Barcelona. Yeah, it's coming soon. Not a bad idea. Maybe I should start selling e-merch t-shirts. Um, just my face, just like look at them. It's an American flag and a gun and an eagle. Yeah, I know. That's right. Operation Epic Fury. No, but not gonna get into politics. But yeah. Anyway, so in the beginning of the week, there was like the castle. There was like they'd rented a castle because we were all in Barcelona, and and yeah, it was like this castle, and there was like DJs in different places, and the same thing with like the food, the beer tank dudes, um, and just free food everywhere, and talk to people, and there was like these activities, and there was like this treasure hunt and stuff like that. It was really fun, and there was even like this kind of Spanish like tap dance flamenco, or I don't know. I think it was flamenco. They slammed their feet like really hard. Anyway, I think that's flamenco or something. It was really loud. It was like parquet floor, and the lady who was dancing was like, tick, 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 like I don't know if it was castanets or whatever. I can't remember, but she slammed her feet like so loudly. I was just like, geez, like this is too loud. But yeah, but I met Rob Pardo there, which was a highlight for me because he was the lead designer on Diablo 2 and World of Warcraft Vanilla, and I think he was part of Diablo 3. But yeah, then he was like on StarCraft, the kind of all the original like great games. So obviously very cool to meet him. He was one of the kind of people who was part of helping HTL kind of get the funding that it needed, and I think he was part of the kind of the process to become part of Riot. But yeah, great guy. It was fun. Yeah, very nice dude. And then I chatted with the composers from Riot. They're also all great people. I got to go into the studio with a guy called Sebastian, who did the music for KDA, for Riot. KDA, they had that song called Pop Stars, and I think it's like insane amount of views on YouTube. And I was asking him, yeah, it's got like 655 million on YouTube. It's like absolutely insane. What you said, Sebastian? Do you know him as well, or do you know about him? Because I went into the studio with him, and he like opened up the project for Pop Stars and like showed me like kind of how he made it, and yeah, it was awesome, Bill. Exactly. And like showed me how he made the project, and kind of like the stems and like different parts, and what kind of plugins he used, and I had a long chat with him about that, and I talked to another composer, Alex, who also I think he also worked on Arcane, doing a lot of the tracks on Arcane, and yeah, just chatted the music for like 30 minutes to an hour with him. I also went into another composer, Brandon, in there, who showed me some stuff he was working on. And they're just so talented, like all of them. Like yeah, they're like way more skilled than me, and I kind of wish I could be part of a space like that, where you have multiple composers kind of in the studio, kind of having access to like the best sort of stuff and resources to like record live, to like work with singers and players and stuff, and kind of come into each other's studios and give feedback to each other, and actually kind of collaborate and like learn from each other, and instead of just like working completely solo. So yeah, I kind of see that as like a what would you say? Yeah, it's the dream basically to kind of have a space like that. But I'm not really sure if that's possible to do in Norway, where I'm living right now. So yeah, Simon will get me there. Yeah, maybe. I mean, be nice to get some live elements, but considering I've written like all of the soundtrack without any live elements, it's a little bit hard to advocate for getting suddenly live elements now. I mean, there is a little bit of live elements on some of the things, but then it's like, well, isn't that gonna cost money? It's like it's kind of like, how much are we talking? I mean, it depends. Like I've outsourced musicians before. If it's like a line or something, you can get away with paying just like between 150 to like $300 or whatever for like a session. But if you want like improvisations and sort of multiple lines, it might cost more. Could cost like 500 or more for that song. I mean, it's definitely worth the money, I think. live A solid live tambourine shake, maybe some clapping. I've got a tambourine here. I'm not gonna start playing on it though. It's actually probably one of the most annoying instruments to like play as a solo instrument. It sounds great in the mix, obviously. But if someone came at me with a tambourine, I'd be like, please stop. Yeah. Nah, it would be cool to work in an environment like that. It's probably not. It's probably hard. It's probably a lot of pressure to produce good stuff. But I guess once you're like at that skill or experience level, you kind of have. There's a certain consistency to the quality that you put out, and I think that's kind of what I'm feeling at the moment, is that most of the music I write is, decent. Some of the music I write is really good, but not all of it. But it's kind of good enough if most of the things you make is decent, because I think anyone can make like a great song, but to make a great song every time, it's if you can get that consistency up where you just like keep making bangers after bangers, then I think that's when you actually start getting the credibility to get hired more easily. And yeah, but yeah, it's not always easy to convince people. But I think that I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but like yeah, I guess I'm talking about credibility as a artist. I think if you can show like quantifiable results from the effects of your music, when you're working, especially in like a corporate space, they want to see like what's the metrics that we're gonna get from this. I've yet to experience an average tune in Evelyn Hightail. Nothing but bangers. Well, thank you for that assessment. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, Hightail is the music in Hightail. I think I'm happy that the music is kind of in the right context. I think if you put it on, it's all about context, really. Because like if you put it on at a party, then people are gonna be like, or if you show it to someone on the phone or something, then it's like, the music in Hightail, you need like time to really like sit with it, and the game is obviously the perfect medium for that to happen. So, but I think the music is nice for chilling. There's a lot of very chill music you can kind of listen to. But I mean, looking at the streams on Spotify for the soundtrack, we get the stats, and it's there's 9 people listening right now. If the music at a party was more like Hytale, I would go to more. Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, I agree. Actually, I went to a bar in well, not my music, but like game music in general. I went to a bar in Okinawa on my honeymoon with my wife, and I kid you not, we went to this bar to like eat and drink, because in Japan it's like food and drink mixed. And they were on the radio. They were playing like World of Warcraft tavern bangers. That was like the album playlist that was on the radio. And I was like, damn, this is like, I would never experience this like anywhere else than Japan, I feel. Even traveling band and to play in an elevator. Does it look like I'm really short now that I'm like I'm actually just leaning back, that's why I look so short. No, they were playing like yeah, dropping Quebec Party at the club. Yeah, Quebec Party is that's a good one. I was actually I did actually suggest making like a summer album party album for like promo, and I hope they'll let me do stuff like that. But it kind of has to be considered and so on. Be like, what's the point? Is that going to be popular? Is that going to be worth it? Is that going to, because I guess they have to think about the marketing optics, like what are they outputting, what's their strategy, and then how does my cool summer party album fit into that strategy. I wish it was just so that we just do cool stuff. But remember, like when people were waiting for Hytale and they just kept putting out tracks, and people were like, guys, are you sure that Hytale isn't just a music album? So we kind of like took the gas off a little bit on releasing music, because yeah, there are themed bars in some places here in the States that might play music from games. Game shops also often have game OST playlists going. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I think I definitely go to like gaming bars more if they were playing that kind of music and it was like all about games, because I feel like in a lot of these like gamer bars or whatever, just play like EDM, like Monster Cat, or I don't know, something kind of gamery sounding. But I guess that's because the gaming is like a very broad term these days. You got like the FIFA gamers, and then you've got the freaking awesome RPG gamers. Which one would you choose, by the way? Like, I had a friend who used to do that all the time. He'd be like, do you want this really, really lame thing, or do you want this really awesome, life-changing, cool thing? It's like, I don't know. You're making it difficult for me to choose there. Yeah, just like super biased. No, but like an RPG tavern bar, I would go to that a lot, I think. I don't know if there's a big market for that in my hometown, though, unfortunately. There isn't really a big market for anything here in Norway. Just tiny, to few people. It'd be super cool. I'd never complain about music. Jagex has gotten away with a lot of lo-fi remixes on their YouTube channel, Spotify, and it does really well. Nice. Have they made these lo-fi things themselves, or? Snow Day needs to be part of every 5-star restaurant's playlist. Just Snow Day. You know that Snow Day isn't actually the name of the song. Buddha just like messed up and released it as with the working title, and I was like, Buddha, no! It's like, that wasn't. Because I left the file name. Like, I didn't actually tell him. He asked me like, "Oh, what should we release?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I released this song," and he didn't ask me like, "What's the song called?" Because it had Snow Day 3 or something or Snow Day 1 or something in the title. But there was like 3 snow days, because there's 3 tracks per day that I made, and because we had already released Snowfall earlier, which is actually the name of the song. So I thought maybe like, well, Snow Day, Snowfall, Snow, this guy just can't come up with names. He's just Snow this and Snow that. It's the snow area, what do you expect me to do? I can't come up with more words than snow, clearly. So it was like, I felt so dumb. It's actually called Frozen Pines, that song, because I can actually come up with more words for snow than one. Thank you very much. I've come up with icy, frozen, frigid. It's actually the naming system in Hytale is actually kind of like that. It's just like I can't really name it after something very lore specific, because then it makes it harder to kind of reuse it or use it in different places or whatever. So it's kind of just like, well, here's like a big handful of songs that are for snow area. Here's a big handful of songs that are for desert area. So I just got to come up with something kind of cool sounding that is, Frozen Pine, Frozen Pines. But Frozen Pine is a cool name too. Just like one singular Frozen Pine in one word. I'm telling Connor this for thanksmas. Do you need harder trivia? Oh yeah. They outsourced it to remixers in the community and did it twice, maybe 3 times. Yeah, I've seen other games and IPs like do this, where they get people to remix their music, and it works really well. There's a local gaming bar that I found a host RPG nights and tournaments. Awesome. I used to go to some of these in London actually when I lived there, and there was like Hearthstone, tournament and stuff, and I lost instantly because I had too many freaking gamer cocktails or something. It was like these like with like the flame on the top, like they'd make these really cool things where they like, I think it was like it's like a Jaeger bomb with like a flame on top, like you'd put the shot in and then you'd put fire and you have to like blow it out. Anyway, good times. I don't do that anymore because I'm a dad now, so I don't do that anymore. Never. Just kidding. Maybe sometimes if I get the freedom. When you're a parent, that is hard to come by. Frozen thing that flutters through the air while the sun is in the sky, especially that time. How responsible of me. I like alcohol. Yeah, I mean, I actually haven't almost had any alcohol this year because I've been trying to be healthy, exercise in the gym, and get the gains. I've started like drinking creatine. Does it show? Yeah, I started taking some creatine. I'm not very I've always been very skinny, and I'm still skinny, so it hasn't really helped. I think I've gained like 3 kilos or something from the creatine, which is just water. Huge. So I mean, it has actually helped me with lifting my daughter, because she wants me to throw her into the bed, and she's like, higher, and I'm like, ugh! You gotta like just yeet her. And it feels easier to yeet her now. Increased yeetability, increased yeet factor. The yeet meter has increased. No. Yeah, no, but it's easier to exercise in the gym, and I guess it's like they yearn to be dangerously thrown into the air. I threw her and she was like, higher. I was like, I think you're gonna get hurt if I throw you into her now, and I did. And then she was like, she landed, and she was like, okay, that's it. That hurt a little, actually. And then she's like, tension kind of got a little lowered. Yeah. She wanted me to do it again today, and I put some like actual duvets on the bed this time so she didn't get like freaking splattered. Very irresponsible. It's fun to do it in the pool because then you can actually yeet them like crazy. Because the pool is just water everywhere. So as long as you're like sufficiently inside the middle of the pool and not away from all the edges. One too many yeets. Imagine that's what it says on the gravestone. Like, she had one too many yeets. Sorry, that was morbid. But yeah. That got a little dark. Maybe I should just keep writing music. Yeah, it's a Norwegian dark humor for you. I was like, what can I say after this? I did go to the graveyard the other day. Wait, no, that doesn't sound good. With my daughter, but she was alive at the time and still is. She wanted me to actually read all the gravestones out loud. And I was like, all of them? There's about 300 here, you know? She's like, yeah, all of them, come on. I read like 10. And she's like, oh, interesting. Try to explain to her. Yeah. Gina, you were supposed to end the stream team in 10 minutes. Yeah, it turned into just chatting stream now. She's honored them all. Yeah, imagine she goes like this, like, like every single one. That'd be nice, I guess. Yeah, she might become a history major just because of that little trip to the graveyard. And it was here that the great scribe of Norway rested. Not just Jenny, this is a great conversation. Thank you. Maybe I should put like an hour of chatting into every stream. I don't know. It's pretty hard to write music and talk. I found. But if people start talking, then I start talking, and then it's we got it. We got things rolling. Otherwise, I'll just be writing music, I guess. It is almost midnight though, so I do. There was something I was gonna do, but I guess I can do it tomorrow. The Oscar Garvin talk show. Go to bed. Yeah, I should go to bed. I was trying to finish a thing for Buddha before bed, but late nights with Oscar Garvin. Yeah, I guess there's a new day tomorrow as well. But yeah, I feel like this piece is almost finished, but I need to make like another minute, which is like to about here. Yeah, if I do like 3 minutes or maybe 3.5. So yeah, maybe I'll finish it. I try to like have 2 sessions per song and then finish it, because I want to have like a consistent output of like 2 songs a month for the channel. The goal was to have like the goal was to have like 100 songs on the channel, and then like make compilations and stuff. But so far I've got I don't know how many I have. I need to. The thing is, the live videos get. Yeah, no, it's really fun to chat. I'm glad you came by to chat and liven up the mood. I was sitting here for literally almost 2 hours, just like not saying anything, because there was no one here, almost. No one who chatted anyway. But there was one person who listened very intently the entire time, which I'm very yeah, that's one person who had a blast. No, you had a blast. That's good. Yeah, it was fun. You still have 3 more hours of lectures tonight. Oh, damn. Well, I hope you come back next week for more more music and more chilling and chatting. If you have time, of course. No pressure. I gotta count the pieces I have on my channel because they group the live streams together with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 27. 27 pieces. I've got one more in the freaking cookery box. The oven, which is also called. And then this piece, which I'm gonna send to Ed Greenwood and try to get a shout out. It's literally my only, not my only goal, but it's a big goal. Because this piece, I don't know if you didn't get the context. This music is based on a book called Elminster, Making of a Mage, written by Ed Greenwood, and Ed Greenwood is the creator of the Forgotten Realms universe, which is where Baldur's Gate 3 is set, and where like kind of most D&D campaigns are set as well. So you know. So yeah, if I could get a shout out from him, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. So in this book, it's like Elminster, who's like the greatest mage alive, is growing up and fighting against the oppression of the oppressive mage lords who rule the land of Atalantar. Yeah, it's fantasy names. It's like impossible to pronounce. He's like, I hate all mages, but then like the goddess of magic, Mistra, she's like, why do you hate magic? You have such a rare affinity for magic. And he's like, what? I do? And then she's like, yes, I will give you the gift now and turn you into a woman. And she turns him into a woman, and it's like, because you need to learn to see the world through the eyes of a woman. And I don't know exactly what that does for the story, but he's like a woman for like half of the book, and then he gets a spell from a Netherese ghost that can turn him back into a man, and then he's a man again, and then it's like, cool. What did I learn? Doesn't really speak about it anymore, but it was interesting. But anyway, I digress. Which is the problem of the book as well, I guess. There's a lot of digressions in the book. You have to really pay attention. Walking a mile in someone's shoes. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it comes back in the later books, like, oh, I was once a woman and I learned this and that. Yeah, I don't know. If it starts, we got a bad storm rolling in. Oh no. I hope you are gonna be okay and your roof doesn't get freaking ripped off. But yeah, I was saying this piece is called Hastarl 2028 DR, which is when Elminster was 16 and he was running around town as a thief, and he was like planning to fight the mage lords or something. So you've got like this like he just kind of likes messing with her chosen. Yeah, probably. It's a mysterious god thing, you know. Mistra works in mysterious ways. That's why she's called Mistra, mystery something. So yeah, so you've got like the sort of the town long ago, 1200 years ago, in the land of Atalantar, there was once a young boy named Elminster, of 16 years of age, who roamed around the alleyways of Hastarl. And that's like, that town gets completely like ruined, I think, after, but it doesn't exist anymore anyway in like the newer editions. It's like young and hopeful, but like, you know, Master Shifu, is that you? Yeah. And it's like, but the mage lords have a grasp of the town and of the land, and they rule it with an iron hand. I feel like you can just like improvise a story to the music, and that's kind of what I tried to do in my mind to be able to write this kind of stuff. But Elminster has a plan to sneak around and steal a loaf of bread from the local baker to share with his thief friends. You know, you have to like summon the narrative, you know, to get into the vibe. That makes it more fun, also. It's because I used this music when I played D&D, so it has to be like kind of a bit, you know, it's kind of hard to hit like exactly the story beats with the music. Obviously, like you'd have to plan that out quite a bit, but I think if you have like a little bit of everything just in a piece, then you can kind of like randomly hit these points, which is kind of a lot of the Hytale music is a bit like that. Like, you know, when suddenly something just happens in the music and you're like, oh, was that intentional? It's like, ooh, that happened exactly when this thing happened or something. And have these moments. Because normally you just listen to the music and it's like, but then when something happens and then something in the music happens at the same time, then suddenly you like create this like memory. So, yeah. That's why it's good to just let the music be. And it's possible that people try to do like dynamic adaptive music to make everything match perfectly every time, and that's cool too. But I don't think it's always necessary to do that. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm gonna do like something a bit sneaky again. Kind of goes up and down in waves. This piece, there's something kind of dark and sneaky, a little bit of details, and then we're kind of back to the beginning. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, but I'm gonna go to bed and yeah. Love hearing what you make. Me not knowing enough about music but liking it anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It's nice to get to a point where you can kind of like imagine a vibe and just you know exactly what to write. Because you can hear it and you can actually translate it onto the screen or page or you know what I mean. Okay, cool. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks a lot for coming, and yeah, it was great to see you guys. Had a fun time. It was fun. So yeah, see you again soon. Have a great